What's up, guys? Shay Stevens here, PDGA number 77522, and today we're doing some form checks. Let's get to it. Before we get to the video, please click that like button if you're enjoying the content. If you find yourself coming back often, make sure you're subscribed and click that notification bell. It really helps me out, and I try to post videos at least once a week. As always, thank you all for the support. So setting the scene, I met a friend of mine, Evan Van Schie, after work at Tyler for a round. Basically, during the league round, he asked if I could take a look at his backhand because he's a newer player. He's been playing for a few years now. He started coming out when I was hosting tags for the Bucks County Disc Golf Alliance, and he's got a nasty sidearm. I would probably say comfortable 300-foot hyzer that he's really accurate with. You know, it's a weapon. But his backhand game definitely lacking. Like, he's throwing fairway drivers when I'm throwing putters, so, and he is taller than me, much more athletic than me, so something was definitely off mechanics wise. And as for me, I wanted to work on just I've been polishing out my footwork, really getting that nice concise short X step, and then being loose on the reach back. And as you saw in my round on the west side of Tyler, where I was employing this new footwork, I was having some timing issues, but since then I've really polished it up a bit. I feel comfortable hitting lines, especially on full power, dialing it back, and I'm still trying to figure out down tempoing, but I am feeling much more comfortable. But I want to get in front of a camera because I don't think I'm getting the full benefit out of my throw. Like, I just don't feel like I'm fully connecting. I'm gaining more distance, at least 30 to 40 feet, which is great. I'm smoking mid ranges right now, which is really nice. But drivers I'm struggling with, so I want to get in front of the camera on hole 36 at Tyler, and just let loose with a driver and just take a look at what's going on. So let's start with me. And starting off, let's go with normal speed. All right, that was a good rip. Now let's slow it down and see what we got going on here. So come up here in the chest. Good tuck on the disc. All right, so this has been the first big piece. Is just my X step, nice and short, inside my shoulders, up on my toes, being athletic. Take a look here. All right, reach back a little early. Gets me to level though. I like that framing. Weights back on my left leg. All right, pulls through. Do collapse the angle a bit, but get it back in time for a power pocket. Loving the veins on my arm right there. So I do get in the power pocket. Left arm is dragging still. That's something I'm gonna work on now that I'm happy with my footwork, is getting that left arm more engaged in the shot, leading it with that shoulder. But good explosion through. Good rotation. I'm getting a lot of great snap on my drive. So, bonuses. I'm throwing a lot further than I was before, and I'm actually hitting the lines again. But I think I can get more out of it. So, that's it for my look. All right, so a lot to work on there. But as I always say, how to eat an elephant one bite at a time. So when you have a big list of things to do in front of you, focus on one thing and get it done. Moving forward, I think what I'm going to work on next is my reach back timing. I need to stop reaching back too soon, so I'm going to try and delay that reach back as much as possible. Just make sure I get my plant foot down and just kind of time everything. I think that's actually going to help with some of my upper body timing, maybe getting that left arm more engaged. So first things first, I'm going to work on that reach back. So keep an eye on that. I'll be focusing on that for hopefully the next month. And once I get that polished up, I'll hop in front of the camera again, and we'll see where I'm at. Now moving on to Evan. Throughout the round, I was watching him throw his backhand, so I was making notes, and then we got the whole 36, and I really wanted to see what was going on. The big thing I noted was his footwork, but I wanted to get a full picture, so let's take a look at the video on Evan. All right, getting started with Evan. Let's take a look at it at normal speed. All right, now let's break it down slow-mo. So starting off, I like his address, nice and high, picking his angle. But I noticed this, I don't like that he cradles the disc down in his stomach to start, like around his belly button. 9 times out of 10, I find people who kind of start in that position tend to have a swoop or a hyzer release they're not intending to, just because it's like muscle memory. It's like when you're playing golf, you line the club up right behind the ball where you want to hit. So you set up that muscle memory to follow through. So I think that's going to, just a mental thing maybe, but I see it happen. I think it's going to affect him here. He's going to swing through low. All right, so starting into his address, going into his first steps. Again, the disc is still a little too low for my liking. I'd like it to be up by that logo on his chest, maybe just below it. All right, going into the setup step. X step. This was the first thing I gonged him on. Again, sorry, the T sign is right in the ideal spot, but you can see his back foot, his ankle is leaning because he has such a wide X step. He is outside of his shoulders with this X step. So I told him, shorten that X step up. It'll get him a lot more power, set him up for success. Now, because of that foot setup, here, let's take a look. So, timing-wise with the reach back, not terrible. Little early, I have that problem too. Has a big step for his final step, which honestly isn't that terrible if he can brace into it. But because his foot, again, is turned away, his hip is wide open, so it's going to be so hard for him to get around. But yeah, he's got a lot of potential power if he can get this back foot squared up at least, or a little more closed off even. I think he's got so much potential energy in the legs and hips that he's missing out on distance. Now, coming through to the pull, the one thing to watch is he does kind of just fall into the shot. You'll see a lot of people prescribe when you step down, you should like tap your toe down and then drive off your back foot. He's kind of just falling forward. There's no real explosion into the shot. His back leg just kind of kicks off the ground just to let his hip. It's honestly just letting his hip turn. There's no energy off that left leg, so that's costing him. And you'll see also that pull through. So he started, he's about chest level here when he reaches. Follow his body goes up, and the disc swoops down here. So this disc is definitely going to come out on hyzer and probably a little nose up. Yeah, but yep, hyzer, nose up. You can see the just the top of the plate. And then the follow through. Again, good extension, good follow through. But I think, again, he's just losing that kickoff that properly turned his hips. And I think that's costing him energy. He's falling over his shot now. So he does release. Let's see. He's behind his leg at the moment. He's pretty much over his front foot at this point. And then just kind of blows through his brace. Again, not terrible, but I think he's losing out on a lot of potential energy. If he can take this back foot and just close this in a little bit and really drive off it, basically if both these knees coming in and build up that brace, he's got another 100 feet in him at least. But yeah, that was my first look at Evan. I really told him the one thing I wanted to hit him was the X step. There's other things we can work on, but I want to see that shortening up that X step is going to mess with his timing everywhere else. So I want to kind of get that one cemented first, and then we're going to take some video again, revisit it, and see, did some things fall into place? Did some things get worse? And we'll work our way up as they go. All right, so I'm starting Evan off at the same spot I did. Footwork. I want that X step nice and concise. I think he has so much power in those legs, but he's just not able to access it because of that wide X step. I honestly think he has like 450 of power in him, like no joke, and I can't wait to see him rip one once you get him tuned up. So that was the homework assignment I gave him, and he's been working on it, and I know he's gotten some benefit from it already because we played a league round since this video in our session together, and he mentioned his fairway driver actually went like 30 feet further than he previously threw it, and he's probably going to be disking down to a mid-range for that shot now, which is awesome. So look, I'm happy to see him getting benefits. I told him keep working on it. We'll go, a few more weeks. I want him to get that footwork down to the point where it just feels natural to step like that, and we'll take a look again and see what parts of his throw maybe or other problems have smoothed themselves out just because of the timing correction. Maybe some new problems arise. It's okay. We'll take a look at them and I'll give him something else to work on. It's a process, guys. Golf and disc golf are not games of perfect. There is no such thing as the perfect disc golfer. Every pro does field work, does putting practice, just to keep fine tuning, because it's never a finished product. So just keep that in mind. Everyone's a work in progress, especially in disc golf. So that's it for these form checks. If you guys want to take a look at your form, feel free to reach out to me. I have my player pages linked in the description below. You can also email me directly at shaystevens77522@gmail.com. Send me a link to your throw. I'll take a look and see if we can help you out. So also want to mention, the April Team Foundation Challenge is live right now. It's a putting challenge. It's pretty simple. It's just got you working on different putting styles. And if you're able to complete the challenge, you'll be entered into a chance at a giveaway. So do some putting practice, hit more putts on the course, and maybe get a prize on top of it. So it's a pretty sweet deal. So be sure to get a entry in for that. I'm taking submissions until Saturday, April 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Submissions are made on the Foundation Discord. All the instructions are in the video. I'll have a link for you right here. So be sure to check that out. But with that, guys, again, thank you for all the support. If you have any questions for me, reach out. I'll do my best to answer them. Take care. Thank you to my sponsors. For all your disc golf needs, check out Phoenix Discs and Foundation Disc Golf.